Hi, this is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations, bringing you my weekly video and blog for simply stamping. Beautiful cards, simply made. And I have something to share with you today. Simple means making cards that use one stamp set, paper, and ink. So that's what we're going to do today. But making simple cards does not mean you can't have fun folds. So I was watching a video by Rachel Tessman, and I will put her link to this particular video in my description below. But she took some designer series paper and made this gatefold card, and with a little bit of an accent, and I really liked how she did that. So I'm imitating that with my own color scheme and my own stamp set. But I want to give credit where I found the idea, or I'm sure there's dozens of them out there, but that's where I had gone. So this is my simple card today. Simply beautiful, just like that. So let me show you basically how it was made. And you can also watch Rachel's video. It's very good. So it starts with a piece of designer series paper, 5.5 by 12. And that's what I have cut here. And because this has a definite up or down, you're going to want to watch for that, okay? Then you're going to take this piece and you're going to score it at 2 inches and 4 inches from each end. So 2 inches like this. And don't press too hard because you don't want to push through your paper. Just nice and light. You don't need huge grooves. And 4 inches. And then turn it around, and we're going to do it 2 inches and 4 inches. So handy, this paper trimmer with its scoring tool right built in. Very handy. Okay, now that I have those, I am going to go ahead and fold those. And where's my bone folder? Here we go. And fold those and burnish those folds. Now I decided I wanted the lighter color on the inside, but obviously you can make your own choices. So just so you know, you can go either direction, but this is the one I chose. And backwards. So when it's folded, it's going to look like this. You can see from looking down on it, and it will close like that. And they come together in the center like a gate. Okay. Then on the inside, I placed a piece of Pear Pizzazz, because that's one of the coordinating colors for this set, on the inside, and I just centered it right here in the middle. Okay, and then I also cut a piece of Whisper White, and I don't have it handy, but the Whisper White is then just cut 1/4 of an inch smaller, so 3.5, this is 3.5 by 5, so the Whisper White will be 3.25 by 4 3/4, okay? That's what this is here. Okay, I'm not going to actually do that yet, but I wanted to show you that. The next thing we're going to do is cut these corners off. Now, don't do like I did and cut them upside down. Watch what you're doing, because you're going to want to make sure you keep these upright, okay? So we are going to cut the corners, and the way you do that is you take a ruler, and we are going to give it just a very light pencil mark at 2 3/4 inches. It's the halfway point between 5.5. Half of 5.5 is 2 3/4. And so we are going to put a mark at 2 3/4 on this end, and we're going to put a mark at 2 3/4 on this end, just like that. Now I want to cut these corners, so we'll bring the trimmer back in, and what you're going to do is line up your 2 3/4 mark and this furthest or closest to the middle fold. Okay, so there's that mark and that, and we're just going to line them up till I'm happy. I think that'll do it. And cut it off. Save these. We're going to be using them later. Now I want to do the same thing with this corner. So I'm looking for that point and this point. And I am going to line those up again on my trimmer. And I think I'm happy with that. And we will cut those off. So now this piece looks like this. And it closes like that. Now we're going to take these pieces and we are going to put them on the inside, and we're going to line this edge up with the fold here and lay it down like that. Now when you do this, it will be a little bit of a, when I did it, I put glue on, and I used glue. And let me get my glue and I'll show you. And when you glue it on, you want to make sure you get glue out to those tips. And you don't want it to be too thick because you don't want it to ooze all over. And so I just smooth it out with my finger and make sure that those corners get plenty of glue. And then I have, pardon my reach, I keep a wet wipe handy to keep the glue off of places I don't want it. And I am going to keep this lined up, I'm going to fold it like this, because this is where I want it to go. And so then I can line it up with that edge and line it up with the bottom edge and press it into place, just like that. There's that one. The same thing with the other side. I'll get some along the edges, make sure those tips are glued. You don't need a whole bunch of glue everywhere, just those edges are really important, and those corners especially. And again, I'm going to do this so I can be sure to get it nice and straight. And this keeps you, doing it this way also keeps you from getting too close to that fold, because if you get too close to that fold, it starts to be harder to refold. So there's those pieces laying like that. And then we're going to close it and give it another score. And then we're going to bring these back, let it dry well before you do this. And then we're going to score it again. Now, because I spread my glue out thin, it dried pretty quickly. And this one's got just a little bit of a buckle to it. That's okay. It's going to lay down and it will be fine. So then you end up with this look like this, just like we have on this card. So then I used the Forever Fern. This is Forever Fern, what's it called? Forever Greenery Designer Series papers. That's the paper. Then I'm using the Forever Fern stamp set. And because this is a simple card, it's just got stamps, ink, and paper. Okay, so I am using, for this inside piece, which was 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, I stamped this one with, I have inky fingers, I stamped this one with Shaded Spruce, I stamped this one with Pear Pizzazz, and I stamped this one with Soft Seafoam, which are all coordinating colors with that Forever Greenery paper. And then I just attached it flat on the inside with adhesive. And that is the simple card, just like that. Now, bonus, we're going to step it up. And I'm just going to take this same card and show you how we can step it up. The sentiment here is also stamped with Shaded Spruce, and it's also in the stamp set. So it's just a single stamp set. Okay, now I want to step it up a little bit. So I'm going to add some cutouts. And when I am doing die cuts, sometimes I don't like it. I don't like the white edges. So what I will do is I will take the blending brush and I will blending brush the white cardstock, and I'm not real fond of colored cardstock cutouts. So I brushed the color on Then I stamped it with the same color. So this one is garden green. I used the blending brush and put garden green, just a light coating on the white. Then I stamped the actual stamp, and then I die cut them out. And for this, I'm using these 3 shapes. And then I will put on this bow, which I saved from a previous stamp set, and I have no idea where it came from, but I just love the bow. Okay, so I'm now going to create the gatefold portion of this card. And I want some pieces to kind of come out and over like this, so that when you open it up, they only open to the one side. And so I'm just going to start building, and you just want to be sure not to put glue or adhesive on the parts that are going to be not on the other side, right? So I'm going to just put some adhesive on this piece, and I'm just going to start building until I get it the way I want it. Okay, so I'm going to stick that piece. I'm going to come up higher, and I'm going to stick that piece right there. There we go. I did get a little bit of tape there. I do have a glue eraser or a tape eraser. I'm going to take that off. I wasn't very careful, was I? There we go. Okay, that's piece 1. Now let's see. Let's put this one on next, right here. And I'm not going to use any dimensionals or anything. I'm just going to lay them flat. By the time they're layered, they're going to look really, really nice. And then we'll put this one on. Down here. Now let's put this one. And what I want to do is kind of cover up these stems because I don't like the looks of them. So I'm going to put this one so it comes out a little ways like that. So I want to put tape just right in this one little spot right here. Make sure that cleared. And then I think I'll put this one over here. And so I only want to put some tape on this very bottom part here. And we'll stick it on. And then I'm going to put this one over the top of those like that. And this one, it doesn't matter because I'm putting it where it doesn't overlap. So let's just tuck that in there like that. I like that. And then I'm going to put the bow on. And the bow I will put on with a glue dot. Get my glue dots. You have to put up with my inky fingers today. My goodness, I got green all over me today. Like that. And so there's my front piece that's going to open up like that. And I just stepped up that card. Isn't that lovely? It's just so fun. Now that ribbon just needs something. I think it needs some Wink of Stella. So I'm gonna shimmer that bow up a little bit. Doing it carefully. I get quiet when I'm thinking, don't I? There, the bow got some shimmer that way. I like that. There we go, and the bow's got some shimmer. So this has been now stepped up from simple card to a more detailed card. But you can see how easy that would be to take it and step it up. So I hope you enjoyed today's Simply Beautiful cards made simply, and that you enjoyed the little bonus of the step up as well. Thanks for stopping by.